Hello and welcomes back everyone, Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Yevrà here, my Dark Lord of the Sith, and we are here on the world of Makeb. At the request of Darth Maul, a fellow Dark Council member, while the Empire is being pushed back by the Republic, while Imperial fleets are burning across the galaxy, here on the world of Makeb, there is a resource known as Isotope 5 that may give the Empire more technological superiority. Unfortunately, we don't know much about this Isotope 5, and the Hutt Cartel have recently staged a coup on this world and claimed most of the stockpile for themselves. We are now heading to the estate of one Solida Hesk, who was working with the Hutt Cartel in mining this isotope. He may know where the Hutt Cartel has managed to move their stockpile so far. Before we get ourselves underway, we haven't unlocked this quick travel node somehow. We can also use this GSI satellite support terminal. Galactic Solution Industries' latest innovation in on-the-field assistance is the GSI Satellite Support Suite. As stated in a corporate news release by GSI founder and CEO Adalor Highland, now anyone from rescue workers to explorers to soldiers can reap the benefits of enhanced protection and heightened effectiveness, thanks to the Satellite Support Suite. Like many innovations, the orbital flux was discovered by accident. Recognizing the value in overcoming the travel and communication problems that plague Makeb due to its notoriously harsh atmosphere, GSI researchers attempted to manipulate particle beams fired from orbit in such a way that they would counteract the effects. However, when driven through the atmosphere, the particles took on exotic attributes that made them energy-rich and malleable. While these new properties had no effect on starships or hollow transmissions, they were found to be beneficial to living beings. When signaled from the ground, the Satellite Support Suite bathes its target in orbital flux, and the satellite enters support mode, continuously tracking the target's condition and location, and even providing medical probe assistance. While orbital flux only works on Makeb at present, GSI's technicians are striving to replicate the curious process without the help of Makeb's unique atmosphere. And indeed, we now have a buff. We've been locked onto by one of GSI's orbital satellites, and our gear is being bolstered, and every 3 seconds while in combat, medical probes are being dropped to heal us for 2% of our health. We also would get an experience booster, which we don't exactly need. Another token of valor. Unfortunately, at the valor rank we're at, 10,000 valor is not a great deal. It's like 2 matches. I could hand that over to Caiaphas Kane now. Maybe. We'll take it. It's at the daily reset happening at the same time. Okay, let's get us on our way to Solida Hesk's estate.
Travel route is confirmed.
This is Lord SWTOR. There is a guard post near your landing position. I advise eliminating its protectors before they investigate.
Very well. So we have the entirety of the estate here. I don't think anyone else is watching right now.
Running only delays the inevitable.
We have a staged bonus mission. Solida Hesk's Mesa is full of Hutt Cartel forces. Thinning out their numbers may assist in mission completion.
I am here, securing the line. I gather you felt that. If these quakes continue, none of us may escape intact.
If that gravity hook topples, we're going to have a problem. Find a way to stabilize it.
I'll put our science consultant on the job. He's en route to the planet now.
Solida Hesk and her corporation hold the secrets of Isotope 5. She is currently at her resort, hosting 3 Hutt clan lords.
Manju is a spice trafficker and slaver. Kabisho is a negotiator and advocate for the cartel. And Prodoranya runs an industrial moon.
Hesk has installed substantial automated security, and each Hutt also has a cadre of bodyguards. Resistance is inevitable.
If an alarm goes out from the resort, the whole Hutt army will descend on us. Bodyguards will be the least of our problems.
I concur. The resort is built on a self-contained mesa. Isolate the mesa, and neither reinforcements nor fleeing witnesses will pose a problem.
There are only a handful of landing pads around the resort, so I'd suggest destroying the pads and the shuttles.
However, the Hutt's bodyguards are garrisoned at the landing pads as well. To cut off the resort, you will need to pass through them.
The enemy will still be able to call for help, even if we cut off reinforcements.
We can't hide the attack altogether. We can only delay word from spreading and disguise our objective.
I will monitor your position and update you as I can. May the Force grant you strength.
Very well. So we have 3 landing pads that we need to disable, make unusable. Trying to decide whether or not we want to deal with the Hutt Cartel forces here, the interstellar regulators. It'd be just as easy to sneak by them. Eventually, our presence will be known. Maybe it's worthwhile filling out the forces they can then send at us. We have all these guests. It's very likely that some of them won't survive. We have another one of these data pads here. From an Efflin Jaw to a pre-Bandari in regards to access codes. What is it about highly classified that you find so difficult to understand? I'll transmit the Hutt Embassy access codes this one time if you promise me you'll memorize them and then delete this message. The last thing we need is for anyone to root through the network because you left your blasted datapad lying around or something. Are we clear? So we can slice into the network and obtain the various access codes. Lovely.
Reloading. Ready.
Manju the Hutt's forces are ahead. These are his elite slavers, responsible for turning the royal family of Vayner into chattel for the Nar Shaddaa markets. According to Manju, they also once brought him a Sith Lord in chains. I do not believe it.
Running only delays the inevitable.
Oh, that's a lot of poison. Excellent. Guess I'll make use of these other, well, the same network terminals we used earlier. Is that still available to us?
Hot efficiency.
That's the stage 1 bonus mission complete. Yeah. Stage 2 is to destroy these ground sensors. We'll prevent them from coordinating their efforts. Landing pad.
Probisho the Hutt's servants are near. They are Nikto, whose clan has served the Hutts for 12 generations, bred for battle. They are also known to keep formidable pets. Stay cautious.
There's all the access codes. Solida Hesk's security chief carries an analysis of all Hutt Cartel security for the planet. This information could prove vital to Imperial forces on Makeb.
You are approaching a cluster of Proto-Ranya the Hutt's bodyguards. These are enforcers from his manufacturing plants. Brutes, not intelligent, but physically powerful. They can survive breathing toxins 20 hours a day. They will not die easily.
Hot efficiency.
You say that.
Good. The mesa is sealed. No reinforcements will come, and no one can flee. I suggest you proceed to the estate.
Don't let your guard down. The Hutt security may be broken, but Solida Hesk still has droids.
Ooh! Battle droid that is actually seeking stealthed trespassers. Yes, Leader Hesk has done very, very well for herself. We're now within her mansion. It's all very elegant, very opulent. Let's find the security chief, shall we? Ah, yes. How unfortunate for the guests here. Ooh. Nope, never mind. Oh, well.
Next target, please.
They chose this route. They chose violence. I was only acting in self-defense.
Solida Hesk should be around somewhere.
The Archon reviewed my security himself, and if you have a problem, well, why don't you slither back and let me handle this? So the Empire is on Makeb now? Trying to kill the Hutts while they're in one place? Or do you trot after the Republic fleet wherever it goes?
Consider your position, Mistress Hesk. Your security is gone, your Hutts are displeased, and I'm your only hope for survival. I suggest you cooperate and tell me everything you know about Isotope 5.
Isotope 5. Right. Yes, my company found it, mined it for our Hutt investors. Kept it a secret by their request. Worst deal we ever made. It's because of the Hutts that we're going to lose Makeb.
What are you talking about? How would you lose Makeb?
Makeb only has a few weeks left before the planetary core rips apart. That's what happens when you extract Isotope 5.
The ground quakes.
No more Makeb, no more Isotope, and no more fancy resort or corporation. So yes, I'll need Hutt allies once my planet is gone.
Do the Hutts know that Makeb is doomed?
Of course, that's why they're mining all the Isotope 5 they can. Go ahead, watch my hands, I'm not triggering any alarm. There. I've granted access to my corporate systems.
Checking. We're in.
I have information, money and influence, and I'm as happy to work with you as with the Hutts. Just help me survive.
She acts unforgivably.
She's not going to betray us today. And if anyone can mislead the Hutts about our presence, it's her.
My operation, my decision. Consider this a stay of execution, Hesk.
Thank you. I'll keep funneling my resources to you and keep an ear out for anything new. In the meantime, what should I tell the Hutts?
The Empire knows the Republic is struggling with the Hutts over Makeb. Where the Republic goes, the Empire follows.
I can sell that. Good luck out there.
We'll check her corporate data and wait for you at the gravity hook. We can chat about the end of the world.
Delightful. So very tempted to kill her, but to maintain the charade that nothing is going wrong, that we're not after the Isotope 5, that we're more focusing on why the Republic is here. Might leave the Hutt Cartel more complacent as to our true goals. But now we must return to the gravity hook. Both players of the Republic and the Empire are both here in Makeb at the same time. Though not both factions visit the same mesas, they have their own purposes for being on this world. Though there are certain mesas where Imperial and Republic players could encounter one another. In fact, it's very possible that we could get ourselves over to the Republic's starting base of operations. While we're here at Gravity Hook 7, they are over at a plantation. And I'm trying to think of whose plantation it belongs to. And I've forgotten. In fact, I'll probably find out in just a moment. Oh. A law object on gravity hooks. There are various, well-to-do families here. One of them has reached out to the Republic for aid, thanks to the Hutt Cartel's occupation. And it is that family whose plantation a Republic player starts at. I don't remember their name right now. It'll come to me. But I'm sure we're going to meet a family representative shortly.
We've got to have topographic scans, satellite imagery, something.
My lord, you honor us.
Right, welcome back. We found the Isotope 5's location in Hesk's files. The bad news? Getting to it is a problem. The good news? Makeb won't explode for weeks, so why worry?
Tell me the location of the stockpile. I want to move as soon as possible.
The Hutts are keeping the isotope at Stronghold 1. It's a massive vault built by the government for Makeb's treasury.
One entrance, unbreachable walls, 6 layers of security.
6, plus a prototype being assembled by the Hutts. Some kind of Isotope 5 powered droid in the early stages. We're going to need time to plan.
If Stronghold 1 is where the isotope is held, then how do we get inside without drawing the Hutt's attention?
What about a distraction? There's a message we intercepted.
Interstellar Regulator Command to the Archon. The civilians are getting restless. Had to stop a riot today. And it'll get worse if the Republic's involved. We're moving the hover tanks into settlements. That'll keep them locked down. And we'll level city blocks if we have to.
Wouldn't take much to start a revolt. Worldwide rebellion, and the Hutts won't have the manpower to keep us from the isotope.
If the mercenaries are keeping the civilians in line, it's the mercenaries we need to target. That transmission mentioned hover tanks?
Hover tanks are the vanguard of the mercenary army, armored and powerful. If you destroy them, the people could rally.
What about propaganda? Couldn't we send a message? Incite them somehow?
Spread the word that Hutt mining operations have doomed the planet. The truth should be enough.
As you wish. I'll leak the files. If you can destroy the hover tanks, I'll keep you up to date on the status of the revolution.
You go to war against the Hutts today. It will be an honor to observe.
Delightful. A lot of opportunities there for wanton cruelty. I was tempted, but it's unnecessary, I believe, at this point in time. We have a stressful situation, a difficult mission to resolve. Let's try and keep our presence here still a secret as much as possible, and keep our party's morale high. Huh. Seems Captain Handfall may want to have a word. What we'll do once again is take a break here. When we come back, we'll be heading over to, I believe, the civilian settlements, where the interstellar regulators are trying to keep them pacified, especially with the use of their hover tanks. We'll learn more about them as we head over to that mesa in the future. Thank you once again for joining me with even more Star Wars The Old Republic. As always, feel free to leave a comment if you so wish, and hopefully I'll see you for more next time. Until then though, take care. Bye bye now.